Now, all of you got a handout today, right?
Yes.
I want to continue on the mental preparation. Last time we talked about what you see could be deceptive, right? You know, looking at a picture, within the picture you see a young lady, but really there's also an old lady in the same picture. So depending on your perspective, right? So today I want to focus on the mental preparation. Now, how many of you heard that conscious competent learning matrix before? Roger has. And so none of you have heard of this conscious competent learning matrix before? Okay. It has 4 quadrants. Okay. The upper left is unconscious incompetence. Then bottom left, conscious incompetent. Bottom right, conscious competent. And upper right is unconscious competence. So what do all those mean? When you're unconscious incompetent, that means you don't know what you don't know you're good at. You're just not aware that you don't know what you need to know. Okay. So if I ask you which box are you in, then you may ask, okay, what skill set are you talking about? Right? You know, a lot of us are experts in our own rights in whatever we do. Some of you are, you know, accountant, engineers, what have you. So you have worked on that job for many years, so you're expert at it, right? You don't have to think. So what about, let's use some common skill that we all have, driving. So we all drove here tonight, okay? Would you agree that all of you are on the upper right-hand corner? You're unconscious competent when it comes to your driving skill? When you drive here tonight, you don't have to think about, oh, I have to step on the right pedal to add gas, to go fast. Left, I have to brake. I have to, like, look to my right when I want to change lane. You don't have to. It becomes automatic, right? You are very unconscious competent when that, you know, when it comes to driving. And you know you're very good at driving. It's like you can multitasking while you're driving too. Like putting on your makeup, shaving, you know, talking on the phone, doing all that, right? You're multitasking while you're driving. Then you become what? You're unconscious competent. You don't have to think about driving. You don't have to go through the mindset about what do I need to do. Okay, when you see green, you don't have to say, oh, green means go. You don't have to think about it. You just go. Okay? But what about, say it again?
The little print.
The little print? Oh.
Performing the skill becomes automatic.
Oh, yeah, take off my glasses. Okay, on the upper left, you are unaware of the skill and your lack of proficiency.
Stock trading.
Yeah, stock. Yeah. Well, for most people, there are a lot of fear in trading. That means you are conscious incompetent for most people.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If there's fear involved in, say, hey, stock market is too risky. Trading is too risky. Trading is like gambling. There's some belief in you that stop you from thinking that, hey, maybe I can learn this skill. You know, some people have. Some people lose money, say, hey, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn. Then they become what? Conscious competence. And then eventually they may move up to unconscious competent. Then they become so good at what they do. They don't have to think about it. They just know when they see a stock, when they see it, they say, hey, I'm going to buy this. I know it's going to make money. Okay? Does that make sense?
What would be an example of unconscious incompetence then?
Unconscious incompetence. Okay. You have no idea that you don't have that skill to do what you need to do. An example. Anyone think of a good example? You have no idea you don't need that skill. You have no idea that you don't have that skill. And you just don't know how to do it.
Anybody can make a cake, so I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Because you approach baking something and you don't think there's anything to it, so you
Okay.
don't know that there's actually things to know.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That could be a lot of things. This box is like the ignorant one.
Okay.
Maybe the ignorant one. You just don't know. You just don't know. You don't care, or you just you don't know. Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. Okay. So on my bullet down below the box, most experts are unconsciously competent at what they do. However, your conscious mind, which is everything you're aware of at any given moment, is primarily concerned with those things that you cannot do well. Okay? So consciously, you want to improve on what you don't know. So consciously, you want to keep doing what you want to be better at. Okay? But for experts, they want to move up to the unconscious competent. They just become so good at what they do. They don't have to like go through the steps in doing those. Okay, so the question is, how do we all become experts? How do we all become experts in whatever? In this class, we talk about trading, stock markets, the trading. So I'm going to focus on trading. That you can apply this concept to a lot of things too. So how to duplicate success? Roger mentioned, the NLP. How many of you heard of NLP? Neuro-linguistic. A lot of you do. That's very good. Neuro-linguistic program, meaning that you're modeled after an expert. You model after somebody. Okay. So in here, I use this 3 steps method. Okay. For how to duplicate success is follow the experts and do what they do best, and adhere to the modeling principle. One is beliefs, the second is mental states, and the third is mental strategies. Okay, what is belief? Beliefs are a primary way to filter information from the world. Beliefs are judgment, bias, classification, meanings, or comparison. So belief is neither good nor bad. It's just the way we process information. Okay. Beliefs serve us well. We pick up the belief either from our parents, from our social circles, from our teachers, from whoever. And it serves us well. But some beliefs are limitation. So we have to understand those beliefs that are stopping us from becoming, achieving 100% total prosperity, like what Dr. Gary said, right? Okay, we want to achieve the total prosperity, but some belief will stop us from achieving that. Now, I'll give you some example, some belief that that helped me. Many years ago, when I was still in the army, in the armed services, when I was learning to shoot a rifle, I think I qualified for M16 in Fort Knox, Kentucky. I never shot anything in my life. I was a brand new, rookie and, butter boss, second lieutenant. And my parents never taught me how to shoot because my dad was an office worker, accountant. My mom is worked in a garment factory, okay, seamstress. So I have no idea how to handle a rifle, but when I joined the army, boot camp, I got to learn how to shoot a rifle. And what the army did is they model after the expert shooters. They show you how to aim, how to what goes through in your mind. So when you think about shooting a target, you tell yourself that, hey, I'm the best. I can make it. I can be the best. So there's 3 qualifications. You have to qualify for your rifle, for the M16 rifle. The highest level is called expert. They give you 40 targets at different range. The shortest distance is 50 meters. And the farthest away is 300 meters. 300 meters about what? 3 football field, right? Is 1 football field is 100 meters, right?
Yards, yeah.
Yards?
Yards.
Yards, okay. So it's 100 yards then, right? I mean 100 yards, is that 300 meters?
Well, it's not exactly.
You're
It's
a
close
little bit.
enough.
1 meter is almost a yard.
Oh, 1 meter is almost a yard.
Almost.
So you're almost 3 football fields.
Okay, almost 3 football field. Okay, so the farthest target is 3 football field away. So, and I didn't know I shoot a rifle, but I go through the training. I didn't know I'm not a good shooter or a bad shooter. I just like follow expert. Follow expert say, just align your front sight, your rear sight, because I didn't have a scope. I just ain't, 40 targets. I'm able to hit about 36 out of 40. That's an expert, right? You have to shoot anywhere between. You have to hit 36 to 39 targets to be an expert. So I forgot how many I shot, but I know I shot over 36, so I become an expert. If you shot anywhere between 30 to 35, you are a sharpshooter. Sharpshooter is still pretty good, right? Out of 40 targets. And if you are a marksman, you have to shoot between 25 to 29. And that's the lowest level of qualification. You have to qualify. So sometimes when I see the news about some veterans that, wow, he become a marksman, I said, oh, that's the lowest level of qualification. You only shoot 25 to 29 targets in 40 targets. So, but the point is, I have no beliefs about shooting well or shooting badly. I just learn from the experts, and they said, hey, aim down range and just shoot. And I did. I light up my target, boom, shoot. And then you have to know that when you're shooting a 3 football field away, you have to tilt your weapon a little bit high because there's a projectile. Okay? And then you have to kind of feel the wind, does it have a strong wind or what? You kind of have to know. Otherwise, you'll miss the target. 3 football field away. And you are in a leaning prone leaning position, you aim. So I was able to qualify, expert for several years in a row, because when I shoot, I know I can hit the target. Somehow there's a knowing that I can hit the target. When you see the target, it's so tiny, it's just like a pin. And what they told me was when you see the target pop up, you relax, you aim it, and then you slowly let your breath, you exhale. And then as it exhale, you pull the trigger gently. You squeeze the trigger, you don't jerk it. And then by doing that, you hit the target. You hit the target every time. And those targets, they arrange them in such a way that they don't all pop up, all at the same time and let you shoot. Because those targets, sometimes they only go up for the 300-meter target, they'll probably pop up for 5 seconds or 6 seconds. Okay, and for 50 meters, pretty short, they only pop up for 2 seconds, and you have to aim, you have to shoot. Otherwise, you miss it.
Could you see it? Were you able
You
to
can see it. You can see it.
Okay.
Definitely, you can see it.
3 football fields away, you can see it.
Well, yeah, 3 football
you had a
fields.
scope?
Yeah, that's
You had a scope?
I don't have any scope. I don't have. I mean, just a silhouette. It's just a silhouette. It pops up,
Okay.
and then you have a score. Everyone has a score. I mean, kneeling right next to you, and then the drill instructor you will say, hey, 300-meter target. People hear, so you don't have to say, okay, where is it? Okay. 500 meter or 175 meter, 250 meter. You have so many seconds you have to shoot. So the point I'm trying to make is, you follow the steps. I have no notion about not able to meet the shoot the target. I just follow it, execute it, and I can do it. Then I want to promote to battalion staff S2 intel officer. I have to qualify for a 45. I carry a 45 too. I also qualify for expert because since I did it with the rifle, I think I can do it at 45, and I did. 45 has shorter range. Okay, I still shoot expert. So I know I can shoot, but that was many years ago. The point I'm trying to make is, I don't have belief that I cannot do it. So my mind was like a blank piece of paper. It's like okay, I said I can do it. I'm the expert shooter. Okay, I can do it. So I did it. Okay, so beliefs. When you have a belief that you cannot do it, that is your limitation. That's your limitation. We just need to follow what the experts are telling us and follow through with the steps. When you follow through with the steps, you will achieve the same results as the experts. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So So what I have down here is like for the beliefs, is a way to filter information. It helps you, but there's some belief that will hurt you. So 3 questions. When you have some belief in your mind, in your life, you need to ask the question, how did I get this belief? Like for example, where did this come from? Who gave it to me? Some beliefs are good, okay? Some belief that our parent gave me was good. But if your parent give you some idea about like, don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. God, when you grow up in the sales and marketing, what happened? Don't talk to strangers, you know, in the back of your mind, say, oh, that's a stranger, I don't want to talk to him. My mom taught me, you know, okay? There's a little voice in the back of your mind saying, don't talk to strangers. And you're in sales marketing. No wonder you do so poorly in sales and marketing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, there's some belief that works when you are a youngster, but they may not be valid when you're an adult now. Okay, put yourself back in the shoes of your parent. They try to protect us. Or maybe as a school teacher, you know, they taught us about something. Maybe they are relevant back then when you're in the kindergarten, when you're, you know, 1st grade, 2nd grade. But nowadays may not be appropriate. So you have to examine those beliefs. Second, is this useful? Is this helping you right now?
Yes, this is good.
Okay, you have to answer those questions. Third, no matter how useful it is, how does having this belief limit me? Okay, maybe those beliefs are not helping me right now. So you have to undo those beliefs. So luckily in this class, you learn from Dr. Gary, right? When you have some limiting belief, that may be some programming in your mind. So what do we do with bad programming? You deprogram it, right? Remember last year, okay, Dr. Gary taught us about some programming, right? He said like I, Jack, you know, give permission to the divine, to the God, to the angelical beings to remove any harmful and negative programming so that I can achieve, you know, total prosperity, health, wealth, happiness, joy, whatever. You need to run those programs. Run it long enough. Hopefully you can deprogram those. Okay? Questions about belief? Yes, Roger?
Another way that I've learned to talk about beliefs, I've been told a belief is a predominant thought pattern. There's a Native American Indian proverb that says whatever the people believe is
Right.
true.
Okay.
So you create your reality by your predominant thought pattern, whatever that is.
So is that easy to change?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
But you change, like you said, listening to the experts.
Yes.
Just like you said, perfect example.
Right. Right. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Roger. Anyone else? Okay, turn the page to the next one, to the next step in building success. Mental states. The second element of repeating top success is mental state duplication. This is also called discipline or emotional control. Now, mental state, a lot of you have heard about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Okay. In terms of mental state, you have to be careful what mental state you're in. Now, mental state related to discipline or emotional control, that's something you can control, right? Now remember, you know, related to mental state, that means sometimes you're facing problems. There's 2 kinds of problems out there. One problem is something you cannot control. That's out of your control. No matter what you do, you just cannot control it. So don't get upset over it, okay? The second kind of problem is something you can control. What are something you can control? If something happened, something you can control, what are they? Your reaction, exactly. So if something bad happened, if you react just like everyone else, you become upset, what happened? Right, change the state of mind. Because whatever that problem is out of your control. It's already making things worse. But if you react to it, you're adding more problems that you already have. how we want to deal with it is accept it, say, oh, I have a problem. Okay, this is a challenge. Let's see what we can do about it, what we can learn from it. You know, like the Chinese character, crisis, right? Crisis. In the Chinese word, crisis really embedded two meanings to the word crisis. One is what? Danger, right? Danger. Another part is what? Opportunities, right? Oh, okay, a lot of you heard that before. That made my job easy. Okay. Okay. So when this problem arises, that means there's an opportunity out there. You just need to identify the opportunity. Remember last week those those pictures I showed you? When you see an old lady, there's already a young lady in the background too. Oh, Karen, you missed last week. Okay. Yeah, look at the end. Now look at those pictures. Okay. So depending on your perspective, if you're able to change your viewpoint, change your perspective, you can identify opportunities in the midst of the problem. Okay. Now also, a lot of you know about NLP. So the quickest way to change to a positive mental state is what? Is by your what? By your physical state, right? I include a little comic strip here by what's his name? Snoopy, right? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, if you're going to get any joy out of being depressed, you have got to stand like this. Okay? What does that mean? You have to you have to lean forward, you have to slump your shoulders, you have to look depressed. You have to work on it. So people in a depressed state, you have to work hard at it to become depressed. How do you become happy and joyful? You have to stand up straight, chest out, smile. It's hard to become depressed in that state, in that physical state. So when you find yourself that, hey, I'm not feeling right, I'm feeling depressed, you have to get yourself out of the state. So ask yourself, is my chest out? Do I stand up straight? How's my breathing? Was my breathing shallow or very deep? Examine those states to quickly get yourself in a positive state, in a strong state. Because when you're doing trading, you have to be in a strong state. You cannot be in a depressed state. Depressed state will what? Will attract depression, will attract all those negative energies into you. So the last step, mental strategies. To understand strategy, you have to understand how people think. People think in the 5 sensory modality, that is in terms of visual, images, sounds, feelings, and for some people, taste and smells. And many strategies produce garbage, but the right mental strategy will produce the skill of an expert. So why is the mental strategy important? Remember, we interact with the outside world by those 5 sensory, by those, including mind is really 6. But let's focus on the 5 sensory modality. So when you're seeing something, you're seeing a signal, if you're in a depressed state, if your belief telling you something else, you will see the signal as something else. Okay, let me give you an example so that we all can relate to. Let's say, since we're talking about trading, stock market, but you can apply that concept to everything that you do in your life too. Let's say you have trading rules when you get into a position, okay? You bought your stock at $10, it go up to 20, 30, 40, it's like, wow, good, I'm making money. I'm making 3 times, 4 times of money. $50, $60, all of a sudden you said, okay, I'm getting a little scared right now because I have returned 500% of my money. I bought the stock at 10, now it's at $50. I'm rich. I feel very good. Okay, and most people, I'm sure you guys exception, will become greedy. 6 times. What about 7 times? What about 8 times? You want to get more, right? Even though your trading rules tells you that, hey, you already got so many times of profit already, you should lock in your profit right now. Or maybe put in some stop loss just in case it go against you. But the greedy one will say, no, it probably will go higher. It'll probably go higher. So you let the stock go higher, go up to like even $100. And you said, well, it could go 100, it could go 110, right? Go 120, right? It could go 100. It could be the 200 stock, right? The greed sets in. Okay, all those beliefs, all those mental state, all those mental strategy kind of clouded your judgment now. Even though you see the signal that you need to take a profit, but you did not. So what happened? The stock goes to 100 and then it drops to 90. I said, gosh, okay, fine. The stock's has been to 100, so I know it's going to go back to 100. I didn't go to 80. I said, gosh, I lost 20% of my profit. No, you didn't lose 20%. You bought at 10. It's 80. You still make a lot of money, right? But then you think about what's the most you could make. You said, I lost 20%. No, I'm not going to sell now. If I sell now, I lost 20%. So it dropped to 70. I said, shucks. What should I do? What should I do? You become scared. But you said, no, I didn't sell when the stock's at 100. I didn't sell when the stock's at 90. I didn't sell when the stock's at 80. Definitely, I'm not going to sell at 70. So guess what? The stock kept going down until it goes down to $5. You said, oh gosh, I bought it at 10. Now it's at 5. I lost 50%. No, the stock's been to 100. I'm going to wait for the stock to go at least $20. At least I'm going to, make 100% before I get out, right? So you keep begging and keep praying. What happened? Stock never gone back higher, or may even go to zero. You have seen stocks go to zero before, right? $100 stock goes to zero. Many of us can cite some examples too, especially Nortel Dallas here. Many of you heard Nortel, right? It's $100 stock, right? $100 stock. Okay. People own a lot of 401k, holding of Nortel stocks. Bad idea, right? So what's my point here on the mental strategy? Mental strategy meaning that if you're not letting those beliefs, those mental state clouded your judgment. When you see a signal, when the signal tells you that, hey, you need to get out, you just get out. Follow the expert, right? Those are the trading rules you said. When the stock is reach certain height, you want to take a portion of the profit. When it keep going up, I'm going to take another portion out. It go high, I'm going to take another portion out. If it keep going, okay, fine. I got my remaining balance there, but I got all my money off the table already. I will still keep some and see the stock, see how far it will go. You need to follow the trading rules. If you have trading rules but you don't follow it, meaning that there's some belief system that's stopping you from following your own trading rules. So when we make a mistake, when we, let's say, have a bad trade, it's not because you're a bad trader. You just need to examine those steps. Remember my shooting example, right? When you shoot, when you miss a target, you don't tell yourself, oh, God, I'm a bad shooter. No, you say, okay, there's some steps I'm missing. Okay, oh, I didn't squeeze the trigger. I just jerk it. Oh, okay, now I know. Okay, when I aim, I need to exhale while I'm squeezing it. I was inhaling when I squeeze. Oh, okay, oh, mess up. Okay, I need to redo. Okay, so what? I inhale and then I exhale. As I exhale, I squeeze the trigger, hit the target. So if we are not achieving the kind of result we expect, that is because we're not following the steps. So same for trading here. You have your trading rules. When you follow your trading rules, it's going to stop you from losing money. It's going to make sure you capture some profit you're supposed to. Okay? So remember those mental strategy, because we allow ourselves to interact with the world by those 5 sensory modalities. And those 5 sensor modality go through the beliefs that inherent in our mind that sometimes we don't know what they are. Some of those beliefs are not helping us, they're hurting us. So you have to keep examining those beliefs. Are those helping me or hurting me? Well, why did I become so greedy? When I bought it at 10, it's 20. I need to take at least half off. I got my money. The other half, I just let it go. Go up 30. Okay, take another half off maybe. Okay, you have to follow the rules. Okay, last week I gave you guys some 2 stocks, right? Did you guys do any predictions?
Yeah,
You did? So did you track your success?
yeah.
Yeah.
How did you guys do?
It's okay.
Toilet?
I get 3 right.
3 right, meaning that did you
Right, I did both of them for 10 days, and I got 3 right and 7 wrong.
so you're 30% accurate?
Yeah, which is even less than statistics, so I gotta work a little bit.
Okay, okay. Anyone else? Ella, did you do?
Yeah, and that's the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 correct? 7 times I picked it right?
Okay, so 70% right.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay,
I do have some questions on that.
sure.
I emailed it to Mary. Is this a good
Oh,
time?
okay, yeah,
Email
yeah,
later?
okay, yeah. Let me answer the question right after this. Okay, anyone else did any? Yes?
50%.
Okay, that's about what I did. Anyone else? Yes, sure.
I had 10 times, so it was 5 on each stock, and I got everything wrong but 2.
Okay,
20%.
so 20%.
I mean, I got each stock right on one day,
Okay,
so is that 20%?
It was 10 times.
yeah, 20%.
2 rights, 20.
Yeah, right. And I presented here, to show you, since I actually got to do the exercise, I put my answer up here. So what I did is, in the beginning of the day, I make a prediction. Then at the end of the day, I check my prediction, and some of those I got right, some of those I got wrong. Since I'm doing 2 stock predictions, so if I'm half right, one of them got right, one of them I got wrong, so I'm 50% accurate. I add another dimension to that, and next week I'm going to explain why I'm doing that. When you make your prediction, you also want to see your confidence level. Okay, you want to add your confidence level to it. Now, if you look to the right-hand side of the table, Guide to Confidence Estimate, so when you're making that prediction, you ask yourself, I don't have a clue about what I'm doing, so it's a 0.33. Okay. Why 0.33? Meaning that the stocks could go 3 ways, right? It could go up, it could go sideways, or it could go down.
Yeah.
So off the bat, you could be 33% right. So you cannot go any lower than 33. 0.33 is the lowest confidence you have. You don't want to go any lower than that. So if you don't have any idea what you're doing, okay, that's 0.33. If you say 0.5, maybe, but I wouldn't bet on it. Okay. So 0.65 confidence means I might bet on it. And 0.8 is I would bet on it. And 0.9 is a good bet. Okay, so when you make your prediction that morning, you want to put down your confidence percentage. So I'll give you an example of what I did for the past 4 days. So my accuracy is like 50%, and my confidence averaged to be like 51%. Half right. Okay, so I'm close to 50% confidence. So I'll give you 2 stocks to pick to watch. Starting tomorrow. One is HFC and another one is HP. Yes.
I'm just, if the rest of them don't notice it, I mean, I'm seeing on here where you